anything other than black when they're hosting Ohio State. Northwestern won the toss, deferred to the second half, so the Buckeyes will get it to begin with the first Friday game in Ryan Field's 96-year history. Off we go with a fair catch taken from DeMario McCall,
which will be tacked on to the succeeding spot. It will be Ohio State's ball, first down, 30-yard line.
All right, so Dan K. for Ohio State. One of 9 remaining unbeatens in the Power Fives, and they start with a throw. Fields to the outside. It's knocked out. It is incomplete.
The savviness of that secondary to go right to the ball to knock it away.
2nd and 10, first run play. J.K. Dobbins into the teeth of this Northwestern defense for a gain of 2.
Of those impact players tonight.
A rough start for Northwestern overall, but the defense, per usual under Pat Fitzgerald, has been their biggest strength. Fields steps out of pressure. He's going to take off. Needs the 40 and gets it. On 3rd and 7.
And do damage with his legs.
Play action on first down. Fields rolling to the wide side. Looking back over the middle. It's broken up. Secondary for this defense, very talented.
Do as good a job nearly as the Buckeyes of limiting the big plays.
2nd and 10, back to the ground, and Dobbins still looking for his first big hole. Runs into the arms of Samduke Miller. And again at a
quarterback in this down and distance as much as anywhere.
Fields is able to scramble for first down on 3rd and 7. Here's 3rd and 8. Opening drive for Ohio State. From the 45, Northwestern shows pressure. They run the ball, and Dobbins breaks out of a tackle and gets close to a first down. He's got enough. And if Northwestern's leading rusher in the country, J.K. Dobbins, getting close to 900 yards. He's got it again here. Hit at the line of scrimmage, dropped by Patty Fisher. And Blake.
Just watch those face masks forward.
He's got a one-on-one on the outside. He wants Chris Olave, and the comeback pattern, he's got it for a first down at the 32, working against J.R. Payne.
Do as a quarterback, just the way you'd want to build one.
Olave, who was held without a catch against Michigan State, has his first one already on this game. On the speed out in the quick game, that's caught by the true freshman Garrett Wilson, who they are really high on. To the NFL, but they have kept on clicking. Good blend of some veterans and those new guys. From the 20, Dobbins swings out. Down the seam, Olave, wide open, touchdown Ohio State. Converting a pair of 3rd and longs on the drive and on the 11th play.
This is a new little play for Ryan Day. Reminds me a lot of Lincoln Riley, right? That should be a shallow cross. That's what Northwestern is expecting. Instead, Olave, he turns it north and south. And that is a beating the expected coverage with a little bit.
Yeah. Hobbiel adds the extra point quickly.
The top 5 scoring offense and defense. Stop the run. They can throw.
That is a rare mistake from Ohio State and special teams as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
To play the game the same way. They're going to try to manage this game and just find a way to stay on the field.
Drake Anderson has it on first down and has room for a pickup of 12. Tripped up by Malik Harrison.
It's all over the field.
Huge improvements for this Ohio State defense this season. Number 4 in the country, holding teams to under 10 points per game. Smith in trouble, and there he is. Chase Young, 9.5 sacks this season. Number 2 in the country.
Dominated over Gunnar Vogel by Chase Young.
Get the sense you're not going to see too many more empty sets tonight. They go to one in the second play, and it goes very poorly. 2nd and 19, back to Anderson. Drives the feet forward. Hard running across the 45. No,
they want to say beat us and beat our personnel, and to this point, nobody's come close.
First drive for Northwestern, 3rd down and 11. Ohio State rushes only 4. Smith will set up and throw. Incomplete, almost intercepted by Wade. Intended receiver Riley Lees, and the punt team comes out. Kubiak, 6th-year senior punter. It's a line drive. It'll keep it away from McCall. Goes out of bounds near the 10. So 70 yards and 11 plays on their first drive. Here's Dobbins. Tripped up on a gain of 2.
Well, Pat Fitzgerald.
2nd down and 8. Dobbins again tripped up in the backfield. Penetration from Samdu Miller's made a couple of
underneath you, your cleats in the ground when you make that jump cut.
All that talk this week about the grass being so long at Ryan Field. Longer than most places. I don't think, though, any longer than it normally is here. Now, the Buckeyes converted 3rd down and 7 or longer twice on that first drive. On 3rd and 8, Fields rolling, eyes downfield to the sideline, incomplete, and the Cats have that 3 and out they were looking for.
And just a little double
punt. That is a pretty punt. Leaves from the 35. So
shortly, just about the bottom everywhere. 2 touchdown passes in 5 games. That's hard to do.
Out of the pistol to begin this drive. And Isaiah Bowser, who has missed a bunch of time over the first month with the knee injury that he suffered against Stanford.
Bowser in all of college football as a true freshman.
2 carries over the first 6 games, close to 900 yards over the second half of the year. And he was off to a good start in Palo Alto week 1 before that injury hit. Finally getting right. He's in there to block here. Floated downfield. That ball is incomplete despite a heck of an effort off of the hand.
Northwestern.
Only 9 plays of 20 or more over the first 5 games of the season. 2nd and 10. It's a bubble. It's Riley Lees getting a couple of good blocks, hurtling across the 45. And it'll be 3rd down. 3rd down. 17 catches over the last 3 games for the junior from Libertyville, Illinois. First time they went empty. There's a sack for Chase Young. They bring Bowser back in there to help. He's got a big hole and a 1st down inside the 35. Well, that O-line opening up some lanes for
Bowser runs downhill.
That's an awesome shot, isn't it? Thanks to Brad Hudak for wearing that for us. On 1st down, room for Smith to run. Makes a cut inside the 25. Close to another Northwestern 1st down.
Man to man.
Back to the ground on 1st down. Another seam tripped up by conspiracy theory here. Did they maybe not grow the grass long like they had talked about, but they did leave those sprinklers on? On 2nd and 5, Bowser off initial contact but can't get away from Malik Harrison. 3rd best 3rd down defense.
Get the right numbers. Don't be afraid to just run the ball here too.
Play call comes in. 5 to snap it. They roll Smith. Trying to get around Smith. He does. And out of bounds at the 15, shy of the 1st down. Lower body issue all of last year. Pretty good start this year. 6 for 8. From 33 yards, he gets Northwestern on the board over the first month, and they have Wisconsin moving next week. That is a touchback. They'll start at the 25-yard line. It's good. To AFP top 5 teams since then. Here's Fields for a gain of 6 on a read play.
They play very much what Northwestern did in 59.
Looking downfield here. Fields will tuck it with good coverage and slide. Crowd wanted a flag, won't get it. And J.K. Dobbins fighting for it. It's going to be close. Looked like maybe that second effort where he fell to could get him to a 3rd consecutive 1,000-yard season. Takes the fake here. Fields loads up. Has it knocked down at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. That's going to be a hold on Ohio State.
Linebackers, Bagaziano, Alex Miller, right in the top 5 leading tacklers.
Fields looking to throw on 1st and long. Again, coverage downfield is tight, and he's brought down in a short gain.
Kind of separation against these Wildcats.
2nd down, 19. They go back to the ground. Dobbins gets submarined. He gets just dominant of the bunch, averaging wins by 40 points per game, Ohio State so far. On 3rd and long, Fields flushed off his spot. Now he's in trouble. He gets rid of it to the 50. He's got a first down. It's K.J. Hill on his way potentially to be.
It's good in the second quarter. Realize Northwestern scored 75 as a team over 4 quarters.
So almost double in the second quarter alone what Northwestern has scored all year. Start the second quarter with J.K. Dobbins, who has had tough sledding so far. He gets Michigan State run D was the best in the country going into the game. 323 against the Spartans. Play action on 2nd down. Fields pressured from behind. Steps out of a sack. Readjusts his eyes. Lofts downfield incomplete. It's 3rd and long again, but it's another missed opportunity for Northwestern to get first half. This is 3rd and 8. Buckeyes have twice converted 3rd and 7. And they converted a 3rd and 15 earlier on this drive. Fields in rhythm. That is a strong throw to Olave. Took advantage of the cushion against Hampton.
Than Fields right there on 3rd down.
Underneath this time with the freshman Garrett Wilson breaking a tackle and getting a first down close to.
Both in the run game and the throw game.
Buckeyes have gone 5 for 6 on 3rd down so far. On 1st and 10, Fields out of a collapsing pocket, able to step away, and Olave promptly gets dropped by Chris. Passion, intensity. Brad Fitzgerald loves him. It's on scholarship now. 2nd down and 8. Dobbins angles out of the backfield, zips it to him for a touchdown. In the tightest of windows, Fields able to thread it for a 19-yard score.
This show on turf. This is a route that they love to run. And you see the little bunch right there. That's so good. Look at it's actually 4 on 3. But this burst right here underneath ultimately just defeats the linebackers in coverage and no chance. I mean, this is Marshall Faulk stuff right here. They call that F angle out of the backfield, and you can see the 4 defenders. They get clogged up, and you give Dobbins an in to get out of that way of the congestion. It's too much speed.
Couple long touchdown drives. And the hallmark on both. Long 3rd down trip to the Coliseum in Los Angeles more than a half century ago. That's a touchback, and Northwestern to begin at the 20. Ohio State held Michigan State to 67 rushing yards the whole game. Northwestern already has 52. Start this drive with play action. That is a strike to the sideline and caught by Lee.
Stands, you can hear them looking at the big board. Yeah, and I think this is right. Replay is going to take another look at that.
The ruling on the field was a completed pass. That ruling is under further review.
Perfect throw. It was the only spot that ball could be fit in on a comeback. And it's, I think that left toe is out of bounds.
It's close. Eventually, I promise.
Review. The receiver's left foot was out of bounds. The pass is incomplete. It will be 2nd down and 10 at the 25-yard line.
First downs and keep these Buckeyes on the field defensively.
So instead of 2nd and short, it's 2nd and 10. Kyrick McGowan, who is a receiver, lines up in the backfield, runs out of the backfield. He's got it, makes a cut, and gets a first down.
For Northwestern.
First down from the 38. They hand it to McGowan this time. Stiff arms a man, lowers the shoulder, and runs with a purpose for
holding. Offense. Number 70. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. First down.
Unfortunately, the handful of jersey 10 the other way.
And for Northwestern, a step forward and then a step back. And step forward and a step back. And 1st and 20. Drake Anderson, nothing doing up the middle. That
anybody really representative of their national reach. The top 5 recruiting classes and awfully deep in that front.
And it's amazing. I mean, they keep sending guys to the NFL and then keep plugging the spots with future NFL players. Smith stringing it out. Now he'll take off. And tracked down again by
an extra 3rd down and long.
John Moulton into the game at running back. Smith rolls, throwing. That ball is incomplete. Lee's had it momentarily. Sean Wade couldn't break it up initially, but it's for Northwestern. And now the punt team with Kubiak. They're coming after it. Almost got there. McCall loses a yard, and the return with the tackle on special.
Defensive end done for the day with an upper body injury.
All right, Bruce, big hole for Dobbins. Finally a big play for the Ohio State running back. He breaks into the clear, hits on the afterburners, takes it inside the 10. It's first and goal.
About it, he said he knows that he's the guy. He's not sharing any carries, so he's not trying to hit a home run every single time. But man, when he gets that one-on-one opportunity, that's where the big plays come. You've got to make that safety miss. That's J.R. Pace, and he's left reaching for air.
Ohio State record 1,400 yards as a freshman. Ran for 1,000 again last year, but called it a failure. Knew that he could be better. Wanted to prove that he was the best running back in the country. He's got the corner and a touchdown. Back-to-back Dobbins rush.
And I think you feel some of the pain of no Brown, no Knight in that front seven right now.
Drives were long ones, 11 plays and then 12 plays. This one just 2 plays. And they go 70. Look over his shoulder, sharing the carries with Mike Weber. He's taken off again this season and is on his way to another 1,000.
Something to do with that. That 1-2 punch, lethal.
Cats back on offense. Here's Bowser. Nothing doing inside. Tough Borland.
Man to man.
Pressure out of the secondary. Floating one down the sideline, and it's another missed chance. J.J. Jefferson of at least 30 yards. That was among the top 15 nationally as far as the most given up nationally. This year, just 4 of those plays tied for the fewest. On 3rd and 8, pressure coming. Smith zips one, incomplete. And a flag flies in late. Damon Arnett going to get called for pass interference.
And I think it's going to be his
Interference. Defense, number 3. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul with an automatic first down.
cleats in the ground. It's man-to-man coverage, and it's just that left hand that's on the shoulder pad, bone in his right hand.
Yeah.
How tough is that dude?
Missed the second half of the Michigan State game because of that. Bye week came at a good time for him, but still, it's a broken bone. Put a bandage on it. He's back in there. First down pass play. Smith stepping up. Flag flies in as he goes down. Devon.
Personal foul. Hands to the face. Defense, number 18. 15 yards. Added to the end of the run with an automatic first down.
McGowan stymied at the line of scrimmage from the Ohio State 49.
Look at that man-to-man coverage.
Smith running. Makes a move. Cooper sticks with him.
And again, they don't disguise. It's man-to-man coverage. Look at the press across the board. Try to beat me.
On third down, it's a screen. Mangieri has no chance. Pressure came from Young, and then Malik Harrison made sure that Mangieri couldn't pull it. Sounds good. Garrett Wilson back to return this punt. Taken at the 13. Ohio State begins the drive with Master Teague's first touch of the day, and the redshirt freshman from Tennessee has 5.
Hard to find any deficiency in any position group.
One of the 9 remaining unbeatens in the Power 5. 4 of those 9 in the Big Ten. Here's a ball off of the hands of Fields. He'll recover it and go down. Miller
Makes this down in distance really at any yardage doable.
Best third down offense in the country has averaged 9 yards on third down tonight. Here's 3rd and 11. They run it. McCall gets 5, and finally Northwestern's able to get off of the field.
Give yourself an opportunity with 5 before half.
At least a good return man. Crispin in his 3rd year handling the punting duties. Man, that looks like a perfectly thrown deep ball. Lease at the 24. That is a block in the back. Yeah, this is coming back.
During the return, illegal block in the back. Receiving team number 81. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down Northwestern.
Athlete.
Well, from the 21, it's Bowser. Boy, you talk about a K-sense without Thorson.
It's a belief, Joe.
Pressure coming on second down. They throw into it. Arnett with the coverage. What do you mean by that? It's so I guess that answers the question. What comes first, the belief or the execution? They're still waiting on the execution so they can believe. And again, it's Lease. Incomplete.
Gerald says these plays, the one play got to execute.
Here it is again, and it is getting ugly for Northwestern as the snap rolls back there.
The ball must slip. It absolutely slips out of the hand.
The long snapper Tyler Gillikin
Destroys Northwestern.
from the 15. They head it off to Master Teague inside the 10 with a tackle.
Right at people. Want to be elite in the red zone on third down? Run the ball.
More than 100 yards per game better than last year on the ground. Back to the air here. Fields fading and throwing. End zone Olave. His second touchdown tonight.
Man, that is pretty. Wow. There's just an ease with which Justin Fields plays. Just a poise and composure. And this is going to come right in that corner route. No chance for Willock, the safety.
And the Buckeyes have opened it up. 28-3 for the fourth-ranked Ohio State Buckeyes. And now a quick word from our sponsor Nationwide.
That really everybody on that offensive side is playing with, and you see just a tremendous sense of belief.
So after Olave's second touchdown of the night, it's Michigan. 5 catches already in this one, and 2 of them for a touchdown. Here's a nice first down run for Bowser, close to the 35. Jordan Fuller brings him down. This is over 1,000 yards for his career tonight. Second half of the year, much more forgiving schedule-wise for the Cats. This time Bowser going to lose a couple. Tough Borland finishes him off. So it's like having another coach on the field with him. Redshirt junior from this area, Bolingbrook, Illinois. Smith steps into one. Promptly Arnett drills Jace James.
Ever. You know what you're getting? Look at it. Face mask to face mask. Man-to-man coverage.
Our guys against your guys, right? Taking their chances that their guys are better. Incomplete. Wade with the coverage. Intended receiver Malik.
A bit of post-snap nuance from these Buckeyes as well.
They snap much better. Line drive will give Garrett Wilson an opportunity. So Ohio State will have
as in Justin Fields. This kid is special. Saw it on tape. Even more impressive in person.
Play action on first down. Ohio State looking for a knockout blow. Stands in despite the contact that heaves it downfield for Mack. Flags all over the place.
Before the pass was thrown, holding defense number 18. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot with an automatic first down.
Buckeyes, Joe. There's going to be a fair amount of contact. Yep. Justin Fields going to be so critical in the second half of the year.
In rhythm this time to Victor, his first off out of West Virginia.
Apologize, you know that name. Nothing against those guys, but there is a steep drop-off from number 1.
Here's Hill. Patty Fisher, good open field tackle. Give us a selfie of the stitches. 3rd and 4. Down the sideline, wants Victor way out of his reach. Coverage from Hampton, and it's 4.
Departure of Haskins, Chugginoff and Work come in, and it's a big difference in experience and talent and hope between those guys.
What a punt from Chrisman. Wow. Can't do it any better than that. Downed. Yeah, they'll sneak it, trying to get a little bit of room. They get about a yard. 40-year-old head man in his first head coaching job. 2nd and 9. Bowser gets popped by Pete Warner. His forward progress got him to
patience that no matter what happens in that first frame, they will respond in that second quarter.
Bowser spins his way out of the end zone, stopped by. It's a low line drive. Wilson brought down at the 29 touchdowns on the season. Looking for another score here prior to the break. He steps up, able to stay on his feet again. There's a flag down as he throws it out of bounds.
Number 75, 10-yard penalty from the previous.
Fields makes it look very, very easy.
All the way back to the 46. It's a screen. Here comes Dobbins. Looking for the sideline, won't get it. With 4 seconds. It's Hobbiel's turn to try and have some.
Got to get that plant foot down on some wet grass.
Timeout, Northwestern.
For the junior from Buffalo, New York. Did he get it? He did! 55-yarder Blake Hobbiel. And the fun for the Buckeyes continue.
A couple possessions, but you look up and it's 33 plays for just 90 yards allowed by that Buckeye defense. Incredible.
Cats will have it to start.
Hey.
Second half begins with a play-action pass and a quick strike to Riley Lees. Hangs on for a nice first down.
Find a way to sustain drives. A big thing for him, he said, was we got to get the red zone issues, and we got to find a way to get off the field on 3rd and long.
And they made a bunch of them, some self-inflicted in the first 30.
Third down, less than 1. Smith will run it, getting a block from Bowser for a first down.
Just 1 of 8 on 3rd downs, just the killer. But again, this is a Buckeyes defense, 3rd in the country in that down and distance coming in.
Fresh set of downs from the 43. Straight downhill, Bowser got hit in the backfield, was able to fight forward for 1 or 2. It was Malik Harris. Second down and 9. Only a 4-man rush. Still able to collapse the pocket. Smith steps away, makes one man miss and crumbles. Harrison and 3rd down 9.
Someone got to pull that sod out of the face mask.
Makes him look like a gamer, though. Smith throwing sideline incomplete. Jalkio Bowman, the intended the guy in his first season as a full-time starter. People are already talking about him as a first-round pick, maybe even a top 10 pick. Fair catch, McCall. That is going to draw a penalty flag.
Kick catch interference. Kicking team number 1. 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down, immediate timeout.
More than 2 slices to be eaten.
You only had 2? Come on. Fields on the roll. The sideline, he's got Mack.
And it's this kid. And those 4 have separated themselves, to me, from everybody in college football.
Big hole, and then he sticks a shoulder down, gets a little bit
of that as well. And you can go, I think, through the position groups. You can talk about Chase Young being the best pass rusher in college football, too.
He anticipates the break on the route from Mack. He's hit him on back-to-back completion. Dobbins, short gain. Fisher, Dobbins over 100 yards again, 106 tonight. 3 consecutive catches for Austin Mack.
To November.
Third down and short for the Buckeyes. Back outside they go, and Garrett Wilson has enough for a first down.
That cushion and just so easily moves the chains.
Looking to throw again. Out of a tight pocket. He's got a wide open Mack. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Touchdown.
It starts with some of that protection as well. Look at the space for Fields in that pocket. Zone coverage. It's right over the top of Bergen. The nickel back, the corner, you could see him. He's got to cheat on the inside vertical. And he just can't throw it any better. He's one of the country's best, and he's going to leave Evanston even better.
How about Austin Mack? No catches.
Justin Fields. You tell me right now, is this open to throw? Look at Bergen. He's sitting right in the zone. Doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter.
Here comes Lees. Out of bounds near the 20.
Personnel that I believe in, and the confidence for those 4 in particular, off the charts.
Drake Anderson looking to get outside on first down. Good contain coming up from his corner. Jalen Hurts, Alabama to Oklahoma, and of course Fields, Georgia here to Ohio State.
Just elevating everybody around him.
Into the short side on 2nd and 6. Caught by Jace James. The leader of leaders in those programs. This is a concern for Ohio State. One of their top players on defense, Arnett, injured that hand a few weeks ago and playing through with a cast on. Anderson stepped off of the initial hit, but then got planted by Malik Harrison. He did get enough
with his speed to the strength of this defense. He didn't make plays like that a year ago.
Anderson hits that seam hard.
We got him to take an unofficial. We felt good about it, and then there was all these bigger offers came in. He said he's got a great family. He called them actually to say, hey, listen, I'm going to...
3rd and short. Smith surrounded. Going to be close. Shaun Wade was there with Tom, senior in Fort Wayne, Indiana at Carroll High School. The redshirt junior finally getting an opportunity as they look for some kind of spark offensively. Bowser gives them one here with a big gain to the 40.
Soon cuts right back by our tough guy umpire.
Brad Hudak left the game earlier, got stitches to his forehead. Bubba to Lees.
You're still making contact, and every time you do, you know that stings.
Not much room for.
And that answer tonight has been a definitive no. Different team, different voices, stronger group of leadership.
Zone read play. Smith first down inside the Ohio State 30, but there is a flag down. Mangieri.
Number 89, offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat 3rd down.
For the Cats, this is the 10th play. It's 3rd and 13.
The Buckeyes showing a little pressure.
And bringing it against the run. John Moten cracked at the line of scrimmage by Werner. Finishes.
You want to guess what this coverage is?
Smith will run against it. And not going to get it. What was your answer?
It was man-to-man, and Aiden felt like he was going to be the man to break that coverage, and unfortunately more sod.
Bring him in for this Friday night game. From the 33-yard line, here's J.K. Dobbins. Stop and start and accelerate forward for 8.
Man, it's him and Mr. Hubbard. You asked me earlier where he... Quickness, explosiveness, climbing the charts there at Ohio State as well.
I think your cell's vibrating. It's Jonathan Taylor calling. He'd like a word with you.
That's fair, too. That is very fair.
J.K. Dobbins.
So a 3-horse race, a running back. And we could see Mr. Taylor tomorrow.
That's a first down. And Ohio State will get to see
to go in the 3rd quarter. Northwestern's done a pretty good job corralling him the last couple years. Not tonight against these Buckeyes.
Dobbins going to lose a couple here. Can't stay on the field.
And when you couldn't get off the field on multiple 3rd downs.
2nd and 12. Fields under pressure. Eludes Gallagher. Heave-ho down the sideline. Incomplete. One of the 2 freshmen, Jamison Williams, couldn't cut.
Holding. Defense. Number 2. 10-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Kind of done the same thing over the first half of this season. They just never really lose poise.
And both in brand new systems at brand new schools. Dobbins can't get away with brand new teammates.
Yep.
And both of them with a ton of weapons around them. Puts it on Dobbins. Spins out inside the 40. And that's where you kind of pivot the conversation to. They've got it to begin this 4th with a 3rd down and 3. Fields keeps it, has the ball knocked out by Gaziano, but he's able to get it back. Gaziano
down this year, but he didn't quit. That's a read zone that he made very difficult on Justin Fields. One of the rare big plays that Northwestern made, especially on 3rd down.
NFL future?
Yeah. Yeah, you know he's going to play for the Patriots for like 10 years. Set the edge as a fine technique.
He's a Massachusetts guy. I think he'd be okay with that. Situate. First down and 10 for Northwestern. And an Isaiah Bowser run.
That's been, yeah, a competitive game for 3 quarters.
I mean, early on in the 4th quarter of that game, it was a 7-point game. Bowser stopped by Dallas Gant. Empty it out on 3rd and 4, and it's batted down at the line of scrimmage by Tyreek Smith.
Side move. You see the quick game and get your hands up. You know, that's the `1 thing this crew is in out routes. It's become very predictable because there's very few answers for this group.
Kubiak just gets that punt off. Diving attempt from Jamison Williams to block it. West Virginia transfer hands it off on the first play to Master Teague. We're gaining
to get a really good staff and to bring Mike Yursich in to just be the QB coach. We're seeing it pay dividends.
Teague again.
On his way up there, he actually took the GREs. Really smart kid. They said now, since he's been there, taking his LSAT's going to go to law school at some point.
Very impressive. Has his undergrad degree in finance, working on a master's degree in sports management right now.
Detail.
Chrisman's punt, fair catch taken. There is a flag.
Kick, holding, receiving team number 2, half the distance to the goal. First down, Northwestern.
From Aiden Smith, second down 10. 3 of the last 5 drives for Northwestern have started inside their own 10. Drake Anderson on a counter play gets swallowed.
But you just allow these athletes to tee off. But watch these guys up front. Watch their shoulders. Watch how square and strong they play.
Smith throws an interception, and it's taken back by Banks for a touchdown. 6 for 7.
The ruling on the field is an interception. The knee of the intercepting player is down. First and 10.
So this is going to concentration on a tipped ball.
You look at both Kayvon Pope, the speed advantage, but man.
Teague has a seam. It closed quickly. What's it going to
need of thought into their head defensively and then minimize possessions.
Chugginoff looking end zone, steps into the pressure and throws incomplete.
I said to open this show is complete a team in college football as you're going to find.
3rd down and 5. Chugginoff throws the touchdown to Jeremy Rucker. It was wide open.
To the umpire, right? Take Patty Fisher right into the umpire. You got a guy covering you. Take your DB right into his teammate. And the Gatorade State Player of the Year out of New York is the beneficiary.
Extra point from Hawbeal, good, and it's 45-3 Buckeyes. In front of Northwestern, 45-3. Here's what's coming up for Ohio State.
They're going to try to shorten that game, play it in the phone booth as much as they can.
Aiden Smith stays in, so does Drake Anderson, who sticks the nose down and gets 4.
That he brought, and it just has not missed a beat right now.
Smith keeping it. Slide forward, and a couple of Buckeyes collided.
They've always had an edge to them. Irvin just brought that edge, right? There's always, everybody just felt on edge. You still felt some of that, but you also felt this ease and confidence. And I know Jeff Hafley was saying this great. He said, everybody talks brotherhood. Brotherhood, I know you hear it all the time. But he said coming into this situation this year, it's been remarkable for him to see how much these guys care about one another.
Smith throws incomplete.
But there is still a seriousness and an attention to detail that they grinded on in their bye week. And you saw it play out tonight.
Fair catch from McCall.
They make on the fly. Pretty darn good game plan. And then a lot of skill all over the field that just continues to put pressure on you.
Master Teague breaks one loose. There goes Teague, and the freshman in a foot race that he will win. Touchdown, Ohio State. It's a 73-yard run.
Can't miss him. He was fun to watch and warm up, and watch him wash down that defensive line. And Master Teague, pretty masterful. Slow to explode through, and right behind Mr. Jones. Pretty cool. And look at the big fella.
Hobbiel adds on, and it's 52-3.
So the athleticism to get down that field. And 232 is about 50 yards under their average on the year. Remarkable.
141 of those 232 coming on 2 plays. One long one from Dobbins, one long.
Getting after it. And Jim Leonard's group at Wisconsin, they're going to get them next week. They are leading the country on third down defense by a wide margin. Best third down defense we've seen in college football in the last decade. Can they get off the field like
North? This is the worst start that he's ever had in the season.
Worst start at Northwestern since '92. He finished that season 3-8 under Gary Barnett, right before Fitzgerald arrived as a linebacker here. Drake Anderson, no gain, third down.
Prize are 6-0, and I think they can stretch that 7, 8, 9-0 before we'll really find out about their depth and overall talent.
Marty to throw, go big or go home. Underthrown and incomplete, fourth down. Never mind, there's a flag that will extend the drive.
Pass interference. Defense, number 21. 15-yard penalty. Automatic.
Back to the ground game. Bruce, you posed the question.
Played well. I do think their 2 receivers, Bateman and Johnson, are big time. But I don't feel like, just seeing these guys in person, they don't look like they're close to this.
You've seen these Buckeyes, Bruce, over the years. Is this as fast as you've ever seen at field level?
Yes. I mean, the other thing, Brock, I wanted to say this. You were talking about this brotherhood. There was about 10 minutes ago. Everybody's wild and loose on the side. It's early in the fourth quarter. And I see Jeff through, and these guys are focused. I mean, you could feel it yesterday when we talked to some of these guys on this team.
They're down and 3 here for the Cats. 5:05 and counting. Marty to keep it. He's got a first down. Gallops his way inside the 40, then gets decked by one.
Race is making his way down to make a point or two to these backups that are in the game now. The sense of urgency to keep that score a 3.
Sense of pride, right? For one of the top defenses in the country so far. If you haven't gotten a chance, be sure to check out.
Teacher and a mentor, and has grown so many of those puppies into dogs and in the first-round picks.
There was a note in the article about his
pride in the craft, pride in being part of that lineage,
pride in going to a place where you know that they're going to coach you to be even better. As Justin Hilliard makes the tackle for a loss, fourth down.
You're trying to block in their sprinter stances. Good luck.
Pressure coming on fourth down. Marty's throw is intercepted by Amir Reap.
Does he get his hands underneath it?
Oh, yeah.
And control it? It can hit the ground, but does he keep control all the way through? Boards together, right? And you start to read just all the bios, and you learn this personnel. And it is rare to see a 3-star.
5 picks. First carry tonight, Marcus Crowley. And Crowley's going to turn it into a big gain. Trying to hit his own home run. All the way inside the 35. The
53 on the play first. It's Ohio State on the Northwestern 31-yard line.
And the victory formation we got very comfortable in. Headed for a 13th consecutive win dating back to last season. And the loss at Purdue. Coming up following the game, State. Final snap there. Ohio State improves to 7-0 in the first season under Ryan Day. They remain one of the 9 unbeatens in the Power 5 conferences, improving the nation best Average margin of victory, it was 40 points per game coming in. They win this one by 49. Northwestern falls